Do you remember Zola's algorithm? Zola's algorithm. That insane plotline in Marvel where the bad guys were going to assassinate millions of people they considered a threat to them by generating targets with an AI. Well, watch this and let me remind you, and then stick around to get some crazy insight to some real life Zola's algorithm stuff.
Zola's algorithm is a program for choosing incites targets.
What targets?
You, a TV anchor in Cairo, the Undersecretary of Defense, a high school valedictorian in Iowa City, Bruce Banner, Stephen Strange, anyone who's a threat to Hydra. Now, or in the future. Zola taught Hydra how to read it. Your bank records, medical histories, voting patterns, emails, phone calls, your damn SAT scores. Zola's algorithm evaluates people's past to predict their future.
What then?
Then the Incite helicarrier scratched people off the list. A few million at a time.
I love Marvel, and I love that whole Hydra plotline with S.H.I.E.L.D. being infiltrated in that movie. It made for great viewing. But consider this. What if an entity somewhere was using an algorithm with an AI to generate targets for their armed forces? And what if these targets were in areas that would cause maximum civilian casualties and destruction of vital infrastructure? To eliminate, say, just one person. Back on the 31st of October this year, the occupiers of Palestine bombed the Jabalia refugee camp in northern Gaza, levelling buildings and apartment blocks. More than 50 Palestinians were martyred that day, and over 150 wounded. All to eliminate one man, Ibrahim Biari, who the IOF stated was the commander of the Resistance Central Jabalia Battalion. One person was the target, and potentially hundreds of innocents died to make that happen. In my opinion, the destruction for that much collateral damage would have to have been made at the highest level. Perhaps not though. Perhaps it was made by an AI, a military AI that does not see the value of human life. An AI called Habzora, or the Gospel. According to these articles, an AI is being used by the Israeli occupation forces to generate targets in Gaza at a rate that far exceeds what was previously possible. It has been described by a former intelligence officer as being a mass assassination factory. This has been reported in The Guardian, the Middle East Monitor, and in a specialist article in Plus 972 magazine. All these articles can be verified by yourself, as I've placed them in my Lazy Links page, which you can find in my bio. The brutality of allowing an AI to generate targets for military purposes is probably not uncommon in this day and age. The decision-making process of actually instigating the attacks being in the hands of people that have openly called their targets human animals truly is. The masters of this AI also consider every Palestinian a threat. They have called for the targeting of Palestinian women because they would give birth one day to little snakes. We have witnessed the devastation and destruction of Gaza with our own eyes. Thousands have perished. What if this level of destruction was decided not by a human mind, but an AI that was taught to hate the people of Gaza as much as its creators do? What if they actually used this as a legitimate source for targets after teaching it to hate? Now, I'm not suggesting in the slightest that this is the case, but I am asking, could they be doing this and using this? And is that why we see such a high level of destruction in Gaza? It's crazy conspiracy stuff, I know, but according to legitimate and freely available articles that you can find by simply searching Google with IDF, use AI called Gospel, you have to start to wonder, don't you? This thing gets worse and worse, doesn't it? And every day, people still consider the right of self-defense by the occupiers, who occupy and brutalise the people in the land that they occupy? When will the world put a stop to this?